Howdy, Vortex. So I was just thinking about something that happened in the 6th grade, and I thought I'd share it with you because I find it interesting. So, when I was in the 6th grade, I was friends with this girl who wasn't a very nice person. Imagine that. Women aren't very nice people. They're just not. I'm tired of this lie that women are victims and women are really amazing people. No, we're not. We're not. Unless we accomplish something, unless we have evidence of that, there's no need to say that. Now, I'm not only hard on women. I'm hard on everybody in society because I don't think that anybody should be given a free pass all because of their stupid identity, okay? But women are so good at making it all about identity, which is precisely why they use women to push this far leftist ideology. Because women consistently see themselves as victims. Now, I brought this up to address a point that I wanted to make about how women are emotional and how we use our emotions to manipulate people, okay? Women are very emotional beings. That's okay. We're supposed to be emotional. The problem is we don't know how to handle it. We don't know how to deal with our emotions in a healthy way. And because of this, we end up doing really erratic stuff and overreacting and playing the victim. Now, when I was in the 6th grade, this girl, who wasn't very nice, but she was my best friend at the time, she told me that she hated me. Now, I don't remember why she said this. I don't remember what the conflict was that particular day. But I'm not very good at hiding my emotions. Like when I'm sad, it's really obvious that I'm sad. When I'm happy, it's really obvious that I'm happy. I don't necessarily want attention for my emotions, but I'm not one to keep it close to the vest. Because she told me that she hated me and I didn't understand why she said that, I got very upset and I started crying. I wasn't crying because I wanted attention. I wasn't crying because I wanted people to treat her like shit. But that's what ended up happening. For the rest of the day, everybody in the class was really, really mean to her. And somebody said something about how I think that it's just really hard for people to watch girls cry. I found that interesting. Because, like I said, it was between us. It was between us, and I just happened to be emotional about it. And I couldn't talk to her directly because, you know, she wouldn't talk to me. She just walked up to me and said that and then walked away because she was a fucking cunt. And I reacted that way because I didn't, at the time, I didn't know how to internalize my saline. You know, that goal had yet to be accomplished, right? So I couldn't stop crying. And everyone in the class was just really, really hateful to her for making me cry. Okay? Don't you love it? making a person cry. I don't think that there is such a thing as making somebody cry. I think that you decide how you want to react to things. You know, when you say that somebody else made you cry, that's completely negating any kind of personal responsibility that you have for your emotional reactions. But anyway, people were mad at her because she made me cry. And I couldn't help but notice just how she was treated that day. All because I was crying. And that's not what I wanted at all. I just didn't understand why she said that, and I wanted to know why she said it. Now, after that day, I realized, you know, all women have to do to get what we want is just start crying. That's all we have to do. And we can manipulate the living hell out of people. Now, sociopaths have figured this out too. And they're very, very good at it. Playing victim. Now, I mean, I think it's a borderline personality thing. Because borderlines are really, really good at crying. I mean, I know I'm really good at it. But I'm also, I'm out there in a lot of ways. I think I need to stop identifying myself in certain ways because I feel like it's counterintuitive. Especially considering the fact that they use the language to control everybody, you know? They use the language to put people in little boxes. And those boxes really aren't for us. Those boxes are for other people. So if you say, I'm schizophrenic, that's not a box for you to understand yourself. That's a box for everybody else to put you in and judge you. You know? That's why mental illness is a thing. And it's a very profitable thing, in case you haven't noticed that. But yeah, that day, I figured out that my species is evil. And we're evil because of the ways that we're hurtful and manipulative. And I think it's for attention, validation, approval, all that. You know, this friend of mine who said that she hated me, you know, I'm pretty sure that she's a histrionic personality. And the reason why I say that is because she was so obsessed with her image to the extent that she was eating thousands of laxatives. She was so addicted to diet pills. And obsessed with makeup. Could not leave the house without makeup on. And I'm talking like she'd wear the whole makeup aisle. She ended up becoming popular. We were best friends in the 6th grade. In the 7th grade, she started making her way up the food chain of popularity. And by the 8th grade, she officially made it. Now, this had a lot to do with the fact that, you know, she dressed like a damn skank. And, you know, she played the game. And I remember just really the 6th grade was everything I needed to know about politics in this world, just how it works. I mean, the public school system really teaches you how the world works. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, about how easy it is to manipulate people by crying. And how I didn't even mean to do that. And that's what happened. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I haven't ever done that. I'm not going to lie and say that I've never taken advantage of situations or cried because I wanted to get out of something. I've never cried to get out of a ticket, though. I know a lot of people do that. But if you want to know why women can get away with stuff, that's it. That's it. All they got to do is play the victim. And they can get whatever they want. And, you know, I've noticed that men are doing the same thing. And so men have to pretend that they're women in order to get that same kind of victim treatment, which I find absolutely hilarious. But I realize, you know, obviously, you know, this is not a positive thing for society, but, you know, that's what you get for giving women all the rights that you've given them, you know? Eventually, it was going to go the other way because they have too many rights. And it's not like they appreciate them anyway. You really think women appreciate the right to vote? You really think women appreciate the right to work? I mean, they complain about the fucking wage gap. The wage gap has not been in existence since like the 60s. If the wage gap were still in existence, don't you think that they would only hire men? I mean, we have affirmative action. Affirmative action guarantees that women will get a job over men. I actually think the affirmative action was more about gender than it was about race. I do think it was about race, though, and I can attest to that because, you know, I work in restaurants, and diversity definitely matters in restaurants, folks. I mean, people make accusations about me all the time based on my political beliefs, but I probably wouldn't work at a restaurant if I were a racist. Just saying. Just saying. That's kind of ridiculous. I'm the minority where I work. And I actually prefer it that way because, you know, I've always been a minority my whole life. You know, just being a crazy person that doesn't follow the social norms or do what I'm told. You know, you're definitely in the minority, especially if you're white. Because in case you haven't noticed, white people love to do what they're told. And so, if you fight that assimilation, if you fight that indoctrination, you will be ostracized. You will be a minority. And you know what? That's fine with me.